As most of you may know, Robin Williams is dead. He committed suicide last week, and basically the whole world has stopped to mourn his death and cherish his life. Robin Williams was a great actor. He brought joy to many people through his acting, his films, his movies. I've enjoyed many of his films. I mean, Good Will Hunting is one of my favorite films of all time, my most favorite. And he was just awesome in it, and the movie still resonates with me. It was a great film and had a great message. But I'd like to remind everyone that there are over 22 veterans killing themselves every day in this country. And I'd like to remind us and my viewers and just everyone that we're at war all the time. This country is... Our leaders of this country have sent our young men all over the world to die for things that are not of value to them or their family and not in their interest. But they are giving their lives for the interest of large corporations and the government. It's fascism. The government and select large corporations are the same thing at this point. We need to understand that. And none of these soldiers are benefiting. So when they come back from shooting people and seeing their friends get blown up, they're wrecked. They're mentally unstable, and I don't blame them at all. And it's very saddening to see that more than 22 of them are killing themselves every day. That's the rate. So I'd like to remind everyone that our veterans are killing themselves at a very high rate right now, and just because one celebrity, even though he was a great actor and he touched many people's lives, one celebrity kills themselves and the whole world stops to mourn his death and cherish his life. Well, what about these veterans? I mean, yeah, I understand we fly the flag, we at the football games, and we say the national anthem, we sing it, but really, that's not enough. We need to bring our troops home right now and end these illegal, unconstitutional foreign wars if we're going to save this country and our future, because these good men that fight for what they think is for our freedom, they're coming back home and killing themselves, okay? And I would hope that the public would get a little bit more mad about that and sad about that than the death of Robin Williams. And I know it's tough for me. I'm just giving it to you how it is, okay? I know it's tough to see this man go because you realize how much you loved his work and how much he may have influenced you. I mean, yes, he influenced me with some of his movies. I mean, he brought joy to my life, okay? But celebrities are not gods, and they're not the only thing that we need to care about, okay? There are more important things like families losing their husbands and wives because veterans are killing themselves, okay? We need to get outraged about that, okay? And it's just very sad to see this. And the general public, they're going to care about Robin Williams for the next couple months, and then another celebrity will die, and it'll be the same thing over and over. And that's what the power structure wants. They want us to care about celebrities instead of our veterans, instead of everyday people. Kids getting shot in Chicago because they don't have the Second Amendment there, and the neighborhoods are torn apart, and gangs are just taking over the city. We don't care about that, but we will, tweet about Robin Williams and post about him all day. Same with Paul Walker. Look, even I was getting sad about the Paul Walker thing because it was just everywhere. You can't really get away from it. And I thought to myself, Paul Walker, I mean, really, he didn't do anything for me. But these veterans that are dying, they're giving their lives for basically nothing. They don't get paid a lot. Celebrities make millions of dollars, okay? They make millions. And Stefan Molyneux, if you really want to hear a good analysis of the Robin Williams situation, just watch Stefan Molyneux's video. It's about an hour long, and it really does cover Robin Williams' life and kind of what we can learn from his death. It's very good, and I got a lot out of it. I mean, Robin Williams was divorced multiple times, and literally his blood-sucking ex-wives were just taking all of his money, so he had to work himself. He worked himself to depression. I don't blame him for killing himself. I mean, he was under a lot of pressure to pay for everyone's lifestyle and his own, but I mean, he really was. I mean, when you get to that point of having to pay out $35 million for each divorce, it's just, and I mean, it's not my problem. It is his problem. But ultimately, if you watch the breakdown of Stefan's video, he really breaks it down and explains how we can learn from this as a society. It starts from childhood. Okay, and we also need to understand that just celebrities are not, they're normal people, and we just put them on a pedestal and make them gods, basically. And then we tweet about them when they die. I mean, Robin Williams wasn't really that relevant anymore when he killed himself, and wasn't terribly relevant in Hollywood anymore, even though he was huge. But we can learn from this, and I'd like to just remind everyone that 22 veterans a day are killing themselves because our government and the public, that we're complicit. The public is complicit in letting all these foreign wars go on. So we need to take some responsibility for sending our troops overseas. Tell your congressman, end the illegal foreign wars, bring the troops home. And I just don't want to see any more suicides by our veterans, our young men and women killing themselves, and then seeing the public get all mad about and sad about Robin Williams dying and killing himself. We need to understand that celebrities are not the most important thing in this life. So anyway, that's just my analysis. There's a lot more that I could say, but I'll leave it at that. Stu Webb signing off. Subscribe.